Hello, I'm Honest John. I've got a website, www.honestjohn.co.uk, that gets quite a lot of traffic, but this is my life story and how I got into cars. I used to live in a place called Orpington in Kent, and when I was a kid, when I was 10 years old, I used to go and clean cars at a place called Sports Motors on Orpington High Street. And there were things like 1930 Lagondas, 1926 ACs, and various big 50s American cars, Rileys, all sorts of stuff. So I spent about a year and a half cleaning cars in that place. And then my mum and dad moved up north, and I wanted to get on the road. I was 15 years old, desperately wanted to get on the road. They wouldn't let me have a motorbike, and I was coming back from swimming in the North Tyne and spotted a bubble car rocking on top of an ancient Alvis in a scrapyard, Shire Ted's scrapyard, and I thought, oh, I can drive that when I'm 16. So I bought this scrap bubble car. Shire Ted, who owned the scrapyard, brought it back to our place, towed behind a 1930-something Hudson, and I got it for 18 quid. And I took the body off and cleaned it all up, fixed the chassis, painted it, got the bits that were missing. Used to race it round a friend's garden, because a friend had a big garden that he used to race a go-kart round, and we used to take the bubble car around there, rolled it a few times, learned how to drive it then. Finally got the thing on the road for my 16th birthday, passed my three-wheeler driving test, and was on the road at 16. Sold that when I could drive four-wheel cars, and I think I got a Riley 1.5 first, and then moved into various other cars. I had a 1942 Ford Jeep. What other interesting things? Oh, I remember doing up a Renault 10. I bought a Renault 10 that had a crash and been badly painted, and I fixed that up, and that became our family car, became my mum's car. I had a 1949 Rover P3 that I bought from a farmhand that lived in a cowshed for a long time, but was complete. Even had its toolkit in a sort of sliding tray under the side. Had a freewheel that didn't work, but I made it work, and it was a very interesting car because it was easy to take to bits with the tools that came in the slide out tool tray. So that was pretty good fun. After that, all sorts of things, minis, that sort of stuff. Later on, graduated to Alpha 105 GT Junior. I had a TR7 at one time. That was appalling. That was awful. And two CV Citroens, all kinds of stuff. And then got back after having worked in advertising for a long time and done a few cars on the side, Volkswagen Beetles. I can't remember all of the cars, but I got back into trading more seriously about 25 years ago, something like that. I was trading cars and then writing columns for newspapers like the Telegraph, and also for doing things for Auto Express, doing things for Auto Car, doing things for other Haymarket titles, but sort of mainly the Telegraph. And then in Christmas 1994, Eric Bailey, who ran the Telegraph weekend section, was having a contributors party, and he told me that he was going to make the motoring section of the Telegraph stand alone, and he wanted a column in it that was a bit sort of like an agony column, like a Marjorie Proop's, but for cars. So he asked me if I'd spoof one up, so I did, and that ran in January 1995, and then the questions started rolling in, and since then I probably answered about 750,000 letters and emails, spun some books from the column, and then when websites kind of got going, I registered the website honestjohn.co.uk in year 2000, and gradually got a website going for Honest John that is now grown. It turns over more than $1 million a year. Got 16 staff. It's actually quite a big business. So that's who I am, and that's where I am. And I've got one car that is my spare car that hardly ever gets